Welcome back to For Your Heart and Home. My name is Dee Dee. Welcome into my kitchen. Today, I'm doing just a few things in my kitchen to get us through this day and the rest of the week. I'll be working on some pizza for dinner. I will also be restocking our popsicles for the freezer, and additionally, I will be making some muffins because we were using these as a quick snack to take with us to the park the following day. As I'm homemaking today, I want to dive into the concept of the Proverbs 31 woman, and so I will be using that as a base for conversation for the next 4 videos. Today I'm talking about homemaking from a place of love, and I'm using the scriptures Proverbs 31, 10 through 12 and 26 through 28. The first point I wanted to make is that we need to use love as the foundation of wisdom. The Bible verse says, "She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue." That was verse 26 from Proverbs 31. As a young adult and as a new wife, coming from a home that encouraged independence, it was difficult to lean on this verse because I wanted to make sure that my voice was being heard, and I did not yet know how to step to the side and allow my husband to lead. And I did not know how to communicate what I was feeling without saying something that might be seen as hurtful. Over the years, as I have grown in my spiritual life, as I have grown as a wife, and as I have stepped into this role as a mother, I have learned that love should shape how I speak, how I serve, and how I guide our home. Like I shared, when I was growing up, I was raised to be independent. I was encouraged to share my thoughts in a respectful way. And so when I became an adult, that is exactly what I did. I made sure that my voice was being heard, and I wanted my husband to be able to understand how I felt about different things. But I did not yet know how to refine that. And so this verse, "She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue," really speaks to me because I am learning that I can share exactly how I am feeling. I can share exactly what I want and my desires and my thoughts and my goals. I can do that in a very respectful way. Before we say something, before we do anything, we should think of love. How can I do this in a loving way? How can I say this in a loving way? Too often we are reactive to what we see. We're reactive to what we hear. And when we react before thinking, we often do something that we regret or we have to apologize for. If we focus on love, if we focus on how we can do things in a loving way, oftentimes we'll see that we don't have to apologize. We don't have to walk around with regret because we have stopped. We've allowed ourselves to really think about how I can do this in a way that communicates how I'm feeling, communicates what I need, but it is also communicated in such a way that I'm not leaving behind a trail of hurt. As homemakers, as wives, as parents, we need to know that loyalty and trust belongs in the home, and it starts in the home. Verse 11 says, "The heart of her husband trusts in her." So when we focus on love, then our husbands are able to trust us with their whole heart. Our children will look up to us and they will trust us with their whole hearts. Because love creates security and reliability in family relationships. If I don't love you, I can't trust you. And if I don't trust you, it's difficult to be loyal to you. So it starts in the home. It starts in our hearts. And when we focus on love, we're able to have that spill out in our relationships that we have in the home. Love takes daily sacrifices. The verse that you probably hear quite a bit when anyone talks about the Proverbs 31 woman is taken from verse 15, where it says, "She rises while it is yet night and provides food for her household." As a homemaker, you realize that love fuels the selflessness of homemaking. In today's world, the job of homemaker has been diminished and is seen often as invaluable. However, it's quite the opposite. It's quite the opposite because it's such a selfless role. It's such a selfless role because you are spending a large percentage of your time thinking about creating a space that's warm, inviting, comfortable for so many other people, but also including yourself. And when you spend so much time thinking about others, many people will say they get lost in motherhood. But I'm here to remind you that that was the whole point. The point was, as homemaker, to create this space, to create this atmosphere where everyone around you can feel comfortable, where everyone around you can feel safe, where everyone around you is expressing their love because they are able to be at peace in this place that you have provided. And yes, it takes sacrifices. Yes, many times I'm up before the rest of my household. I've shared that in previous videos. I'm at a stage now in my homemaking journey where I feel like I have created some balance. And so while I might be up early on some days, or I might stay up late on other days, I figured out a working pattern that works for me, works for our family. And so I don't see it as such a big sacrifice anymore. But in the beginning, it was hard. It's hard getting up early when I want to sleep in. I'm tired too. But when I see what I am able to do in the early hours while everybody else is resting, and when I see what plays out throughout the day because I woke early and I started to do what needed to be done early, it brings me joy. So love in daily sacrifices. Love fuels the selflessness of homemaking. When you do it with love, it does not feel like a sacrifice. When you do it with love, it brings you joy. The Proverbs 31 woman is creating a loving atmosphere. Our presence, our tone, and our intentional care nurture emotional safety at home. So our loved ones who are in this home with us that we've created feel safe, they feel connected, they feel seen, they feel heard, because you're focusing on creating this loving atmosphere where everyone can pull their guard down and everyone can be their true selves. And they look at your tone, they look at your presence, they look at how you exude love. And so for them, that creates a place of peace, and they're able to be who they want to be because you've created this loving atmosphere. The Proverbs 31 woman leaves a legacy of love. Verse 28 says, "Her children rise up and call her blessed." Loving stewardship leaves a lasting impact on generations. So think about what you want your family to remember when you're no longer here. What legacy are you leaving? What memories will they have? Hopefully, they will be loving memories because you're going to do the intentional work to have love be at the forefront of all that you do. The Proverbs 31 woman approaches homemaking from a place of love. She uses love as the foundation of wisdom. She builds loyalty and trust in the home. She loves in her daily sacrifices. She creates a loving atmosphere. And she leaves a legacy of love. Thanks for being here with me today. Again, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Check the description box. I will have lots of links there for you. A link back to my blog for you to get meal ideas and free recipes. And I will link anything that I think that you might need in the description box as well. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comment section. I love hearing from you guys. So please feel welcomed to leave a comment down in the comment section as well. Thanks for being here today with me, and I will see you in the next one.